It's Week 6 of the National Football League. And coming up, we'll see this team's leader at quarterback. He's going to have to air it out plenty this week. Buckle up. There's football coming your way. Coming up next.
It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you take a look at our home side as we enter play here. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that 2nd win in a row.
On the other side of the field for our visitors here, they're hitting their stride of late. Winners of 3 of their last 4. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they'll be led out by their 3rd-year quarterback.
And he ought to have a lot of pep in his step after last week's performance because he did exactly as you want him to play if you're a coach. 3 touchdown passes, 0 interceptions, which usually means you're making a lot of right decisions out there.
And got him the win. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down. From the 38 now, here's 2nd down and 2. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Throwing middle, and it's complete. That one a 1st down pickup of 8. He'll look to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll be down at the 46. So they go from 146 to the other on a pickup of 8. 2 yards to go, 2nd down. Now the first carry, and hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. And without a doubt, not the way they pictured that opening drive unfolding.
No, they were making progress. They weren't exactly in high gear, but they were making a few yards along the way. And now that they've coughed it up, they got to go back to the sidelines and regroup a little bit.
So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They're led out by a former Baylor Bear, their rookie quarterback.
And for how good he is throwing the ball, it's his running that makes him so dangerous. He had a couple of touchdowns on the ground in last week's game, so we'll see what they dial up for him for this one.
Good starting field position for him as they come up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 48. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4. Well, this defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. The home team's offense, led by their running back, headed out for the 2nd possession. As we take a look at the league leaders in receiving touchdowns, he is right up there amongst the best in the NFL. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up second down. Well, look there at his numbers on the ground a week ago. Pretty good as he found himself in the end zone on 2 separate occasions.
And those are the most important numbers because no matter what you pile up prior to the goal line, getting in is all that matters. Putting those numbers up on the board, and they love them when they're 6s.
Here's a 2nd and 7. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down. And on now is the punter, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be...
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A big pickup of 38.
There's the arm strength that we saw in college and during the scouting process. And really, it's not just the arm strength there, but the placement as well. To me, that was an excellent combination of arm talent and accuracy.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And not much running room. Down to the 32. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 17 carries, 85 yards.
They've won 2 straight games and have done it with the running game as the focal point of their offense. So in this contest, I don't think about doing anything else. I continue to ride the hot hand that I've established and lead with the runners.
Throwing right, and that's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. So the penalty declined, and they will keep the yardage on the completion.
And you could almost see him compartmentalize there throughout the route. Fought hard at the line of scrimmage, a lot of hand checking throughout the route. Great job staying focused on the football and pulling it in through the contact.
And they'll come up 2nd and 7. They'll drop to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal.
When the offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because there should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
On 2nd and goal, they'll give it to him again. And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't have been...
Rush coming, and he's taken down. A tough time to take the sack, Now it's 4th and goal, and that's a loss of 6.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
Now a 2nd and 6. Now a first carry here for the running back. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Back to throw here. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive continues. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger game. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Now a toss here, short side. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. And they'll send the slot in motion left. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And he's got his man in stride, complete. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter now, and it's our home team with possession as they've got it with a 2nd and 4 coming up. Now a handoff running through the middle. And he was able to shed 1 tackle but could not get away from there. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the 1st. On play action, they'll throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's going to have the 1st down yardage to the 35. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the 1st down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
Yeah, they were right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Well, hopefully, obviously, nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And a good-looking run there as he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down. They'll set up to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. So the completion good for 7 there. And that'll bring up second down.
Hands it off out of the gun.
And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
He's going to be a yard short. Needed 2, but only got 1. 4th down.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
And his kick is good. And that will tie us at 3-3.
So that kick gives them their first points of the game, CD, and it comes on the 3rd drive, but hopefully for them that's a spark that gets that offense going.
Yeah, and I would say if you're the offensive play caller, as you look at your sheet, you're trying to find that part on there that unlocks bigger points. They've struggled with a few drives so far, finally got 3 out of it. How do you find the end zone? That's what he's searching for now.
The visitors' offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And he's been a real threat in the red zone and beyond. As you take a look at the NFL leaders in rushing touchdowns by a QB, you'll notice he's worked his way into the top 5 at this point in the season.
Wide open receiver complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49.
22 yards on the catch and run, a 1st down.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he is across midfield from 149 to the other 49, a gain of just 2.
Here's a 2nd and 8.
Looking to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. It'll go as a sack, a loss of 3, and in turn, it takes us to a 4th down. They bring their punter out there now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. He'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
2nd and a couple.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. First catch for him. It's good for a dozen and a 1st down. And they'll send the tight end in motion. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe.
2nd and 6.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. And brought down, but not before he was able to break the tackle, and the extra effort moves the sticks. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. Well, a nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. Now back to throw. Toward the sideline, intercepted.
Okay, partner, no surprise to you. I'm going to look at this from the defensive perspective. In the rain, you have to be more cautious trying to cover passing routes. Why? The offense knows where they're going with the football. The receiver knows the route he's going to run. You have to make sure you keep your footing underneath you.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
We're coming up on 3 minutes left in the half in a 3-3 ball game. Just a pair of field goals to this point. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Here's a give up the middle. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. 2nd quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this first half, one that's featured no touchdowns as of yet on either side.
So his job's a little bit easier for this halftime report.
Need to give the coach some highlights here.
Yes, we do.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. That is caught, and he gets into the end zone for the touchdown. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year. And his guys have taken the lead. A try here for the extra point. And it is up. And it's good. That'll make our score 10-3 now. 5 plays there on that drive. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive. And they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left. More than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
2nd and 14. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. Going to need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So they bring out their punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. The visitors' offense and their big play wideout getting ready to get back to work. And seemingly every time they've looked his way in this first half, it has resulted in a big play, as borne out by the numbers. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And still plenty of time remaining here in the half, more than a minute. We'll see if they just want to protect that lead or try to add on to it.
Well, with as much time as is left on the clock, I would imagine it would be the latter. I think they're going to try and add on to it. So what they're going to tell the team is very simply, if you can get out of bounds after making a play downfield, terrific. If you can't, everyone hustle to the line of scrimmage, either run another play or clock it and start over again.
That one, a first down pickup of 8.
They'll set up a throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get it right at the 30-second mark of this first half.
They'll look to throw again. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. Just a gain of a couple there. And now 2 yards to go on third down. Now a timeout called for by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward.
2 yards still to go. Third down now.
Again, he'll drop to throw.
That's to the sideline and incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
2nd and 1.
Pressure comes and down he goes.
So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
All right, Brandon, thanks. A few teams starting to rise to the top as it's time to take your...
Well, we'll move right through the break then, skipping halftime and back to the field for the start of the second half.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here.
And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. This offense ready to go to begin this third quarter. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half. And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence the big plays are out there.
Back to throw now on first down. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
It's a first down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He's got his man on the crossing route. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
And they'll run on the inside handoff.
And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
It'll go as a gain of 4, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
Well, that was an okay hookup there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Well, touch and timing are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
And his kick is good. But now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about. And this is going to be roughing the kicker, an inexcusable penalty, Charles.
You've worked so hard to hold him to a three-point kick. Now you're giving him the ball again with a chance for a touchdown.
So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal.
From the gun, they'll try to run it.
And he'll work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3.
It's largely been the air attack that's gotten them down here, but now is where you start to lean on that running game. That's a good pickup there on 1st and goal.
2nd and 3. And he's into the end zone for the receiving touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And the lead is now 17-3. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the 2nd half.
And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he is going to lose yardage here.
Here's a handoff out of the gun.
And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the 1st down. And that's what he just did.
Past the 20. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. That one goes for 30 yards.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. They'll look to throw here. Over the middle, it's complete. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive.
And there wasn't much room for the big tight end to do much after the catch. But at least he was able to pick up a solid gain to help his offense continue to move in the right direction.
He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Back to throw again.
And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up third down. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal.
He had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
So now 4th and goal. You're trailing by a decent amount here. What are you doing, Coach Davis?
Well, I've got to think to myself, just how many more opportunities am I going to have this close and have this chance? I've got to go for it right here. The clock's dwindling on me. Let's go get it done.
So the response to that touchdown on the other side to begin the 3rd quarter. Look, just 3 points, but still a response nonetheless.
You're exactly right about that, because I think you needed to answer back with something, even though it's not 6. Just enough to send the message that says, hey, we're not going away.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The visitors' offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And as we show you some of the highlights from earlier, he has been instrumental in getting his guys the lead as he looks to finish strong and close this one out. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
A 5-yard pass on 1st down and another 5-yard connection there. Inside 4 minutes to go, 3rd quarter. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play, because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives him a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's got a 1st down as he's up to the 48. It'll be a gain of 6 that time as it moves the chains as well. 2 1st downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10.
Hands it off out of the gun.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Running lanes were at a premium in the 1st half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big 2nd half.
2nd and 4.
And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete.
Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. He could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on 3rd down.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
And they'll send out their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive.
And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the 1st half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
And how about the quick feet there as he made a man miss on his way to a solid gain of 7. Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. They'll look to throw. Quick hitter here. It's complete. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports as we're about ready to rock and roll for the fourth and final quarter. He'll drop to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. Second down and inches. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
He'll look to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be second down. He'll look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
They'll drop to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 12 yards there as they move the chains. They'll look to throw now on first down. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34.
More than one defender there, and that's a loss of 5 on the sack.
So after a rare misstep on this drive, they'll try to make amends on 2nd and 15. They're going to look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
And this offense on third down today, not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This will be 3rd and 5. They'll set up to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. They'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down.
And we constantly talk about people being on the same page. In this situation, the two of them saw the play with the same eyes. They understood where the open spaces were going to be, and they found a way to get there to pick up a new set of downs.
And his kick is indeed good, and that'll make this an 8-point game. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get it the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
Well, now how about this return?
And he's all the way up across the 40 and down at the 42. Great return. This offense headed back out, captained, of course, by their quarterback. And he has been masterful so far in leading this offense. He's kept the mistakes to a minimum. He's been on point with his passes, and he's generally been one step ahead of this defense all game long.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Now a 2nd and 2.
A handoff as they run the counter play. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46.
4 yards the pickup, first down.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he's got his man on the out route. And he's taken down inside the 30. They give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains. Well, a clear running situation, trying to take time off the clock. You ran the previous play, set that play action up nicely.
Boy, did they ever, because they had shown the ability to run the football. So now you lose your keys as a defense. You dive for the running play, and they hit them over the top.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine.
Now a 3rd and 6.
Looking to throw. And this one is incomplete.
But that was certainly an aggressive call and an aggressive play. Instead of just going for the first down, took the shot in the end zone, went for the touchdown.
And on 3rd down, they said, forget about the sticks. We want 6. And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will extend their lead even further.
So that's, CD, an important one here in the 4th quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a 2-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal at the start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a 2-score game, and they were able to get it done.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field, and they have had their problems moving the ball through the air. As we take you through some of the action from earlier, this secondary has played about as well as you can. Many times they've left this quarterback with nowhere to go with the football. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a 2-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. Only able to gain a couple there, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now. Eluding the pressure right. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And he rifles one incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Here we go, 1st and goal.
They'll set up a throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Touchdown! A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And his guys have made this a 1-score game now.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope when they had to slog their way downfield. They got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know.
Doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away.
And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. This offense making its way back out, led by their wide receiver. And he's had some kind of game. They made it a point to get him involved early, and it has paid giant rewards to this stage of the game. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. But now he appears to be in some pain. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. 3rd down and 6.
Now back to throw. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And this won't do it. He needed 6. He only got halfway there. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. This is taken at the 23. A 40-yard punt, 5 yards on the return.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
The situation for them offensively as follows. Down 20-17. A little over a minute and a half remaining. He's back to throw. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Work with me, partner. Take a deep breath, because that's what they're doing down the field now. That incompletion allowed them to exhale a little bit. Get in the huddle, kind of scan the crowd, see if any celebrities are here. Relax a little bit as they start this big drive.
Now this airmail to the sideline. It's incomplete. And there don't appear to be any flags forthcoming. Maybe a little fortunate there. It's 3rd down.
They'll look to throw.
And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up.
Partner, they've got one chance left to keep this one going. And I think for you and me, let's think along with their offensive coordinator now. Has to think back, cycle through every play of this contest, and remember what's worked and what hasn't. Because right here, he needs the best play of the game in order to keep this one alive.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert. And they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And that'll be just about all she wrote for this one. Well, their first 4th down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any 4th down stop is a big momentum play.
And they will take a knee here. One final kneel down here, and that should just about do it.
Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right, just us against the world, and get it done, how happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something, and they did in this one. So this crowd will not go home happy. It's a victory for our visitors. And we talk so much about the turnover battle, determining who wins, who loses. This game, no exception. Error-free football, no turnovers at all, and they win it.
So this is one you don't have to convince your team that what you're saying is accurate. And you know what I'm talking about. Head coach always stands up in front of the team and says, guys, if we do this, this, and this, we'll win. And usually they say if we win the turnover battle, we'll win. Well, here's the proof right there. Win the turnover battle, go on to victory. Now the guys believe. You move on to the next lesson where you have to convince them. This one is now planted.
So for our visitors, their good start continues as they get their record up to 4-2. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the home team here, they can't quite seem to turn things around as they fall into 2-4 now on the year. And now they'll head to the bye week as they'll be back in action in Week 8. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.